Welcome Air Gunners, and this is Air Gunners Edge. As promised, I have more info on the Hatsan Flash 25 cal. Did some more testing today for our shooting. If you saw my video this morning, it was a good sight-in. Continued at my lunch hour. Came up with a few more things for you. Well, as I did specify before, I was complaining about the safety. Probably put about 150 pellets through. Safety is much better. Broken in, very nice. Locking mechanism, cocking, much smoother now, and so much better. So if you're worried about that, it does break in, and I'm very pleased. It takes very little effort now. Just have to remember to always use your safety. I do anyways, but some guns are automatic, and you get accustomed to that. But here's what I wanted to talk about today. There is a regulator for this air rifle that did come out. You will have to disassemble your whole rifle to install it. It's going to be a pain in the butt, and if you have to keep adjusting it, you'll have to keep taking it apart and adjusting it. What I found out today with some numbers, and I have my cranny right here. I don't have another camera. I'm not set up for that where you can watch a video and watch the cranny numbers on the little side screen, which would be nice, and I am trying to get there, I promise, technologically. But I just wanted to talk about the power curve in this gun. 200 bar, 3000 psi. I believe I'm around 760, 770, give or take. Filling this up to 200 bar is kind of pointless. It does have the smaller cylinder on it. I'm used to my AT-44 230. I get about 35 shots with the regulator on there. They're hard-hitting shots. They're not 140, 100. My regulator's not set that low. I'm probably 165, 175. I think 170, 175. But I shoot at 100 yards also, so I need that extra power. And I like that hard-hitting gun. This is going to be strictly, as I said, for hunting. I can get 20 shots out of this off a field, 25. Probably more like 25. But the power curve does jump around. At 100 yards, I am dead center with my scope. As the pressure goes down, I'll notice the pellets are starting to go up, and the pressure is actually increasing in this gun. What's happening is the pressure here is, when I pull the trigger, there's so much pressure in here, it's keeping the valve closed. It's not letting more air in. As the pressure drops in here in the tube, the valve has time to stay open a little longer, and it's increasing the velocity. So I am reaching over 800 FPS. The only thing is I'm around 150, 160 bar. So that's my power curve on this. I'm going to go through about 20 pellets. Fortunately, not wasting them, but testing, and I'll try to explain it. I'll say out the numbers I'm getting, and you'll see what it is. I didn't think a regulator was going to be really that good for this gun. I'm having second thoughts on that. I still have to get in here. I'm going to adjust the hammer. I'm going to add a little more pressure to the hammer so it lets that little more air. Sorry, gnats. It's humid as heck out this today. So I'm going to adjust the hammer on this. I'm going to keep using it for a while, maybe another 100, 200 pellets, and then I'll crack her open and see what we can play with inside. But I'm going to adjust the hammer spring pressure, and that'll open up the valve a little more. It's going to give me a little more velocity up near the 200 bar mark. As it drops down, it could either spike back up a little or drop down, spike a little, but either way it will be on a downward graph. Unfortunately, my Cadwell no longer, for some reason I could use my phone and it'll show out the graph and all that, but apparently it doesn't do that anymore. $70 cranny. It served its purpose and it still works, it just doesn't work on my computer. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to put a magazine in here. These are JSB 25s. Just going to use these for now. I really want to hit the 850 mark with modifications. That's going to give me 40 foot-pound of energy. 800 is about 36. Still good, great. Hey, for hunting, I mean, come on, that's not bad at all. But I would like to hit the 440 FPE mark. So we'll see. We'll tinker around and tune it. If I paid $200 for the gun, it would be another. I don't know the price on it. It was $100 for my AT-44 for the regulator. So I don't know how much that one is, and I only saw that overseas. So I don't know if Air Guns of Arizona carries that yet. They might. I'll look into it. But if you're a beginner for a first PCP, I would really advise you to do your homework. Know what a regulator is for, and know how an unregulated gun acts. You need to know your power curve before you do anything, any kind of work. That's why I wanted to test this out, and that's why I know what I know now for the power curve on this. Still no problem. I could just fill it to 175 and go from there. As long as I know where my most powerful shots are, then I can, I always put these in, try putting these in backwards. Then that's what I would want to stay with, because otherwise when you go to take a shot and you just shot 4 or 5 shots, it could raise your mil dot up quarter, half, a whole mil dot. So you need to know where your power curve is. Otherwise, I mean, this is a great gun, target shooting, whatnot. And this was at 100 yards. So you're doing 50, 20, 35, 40. It's not going to be as affected, but I do like to take the 100-yard shots, and it does have a great impact on where the POI is going to be, point of impact. So I just wanted to share that with you. Otherwise, this gun is getting fabulous. This is getting better and better. I'm just pleased with everything on it. Even at 100 yards standing, I was hitting the can, and maybe wasn't precise, but if I can stand there at 100 yards and just take shot after shot and hit a can, that's pretty darn good. Not for hunting wise, but I know I can do it at 50, so no problem taking a headshot on a squirrel, rabbit, coon, whatever. So, all right, I'm going to get started. My cranny is all set, the lights are on, and I will call out the numbers. Oh, I want to show you this. I am, sorry, I don't have my cheater glasses. Yeah, I'm getting old, so whatever. It's might just be below 200, and I can't see. But after every 5 shots, I'm going to... come on, where are you? There you are. Now, if it'll focus... So it's just about below, just maybe, well, maybe it actually might be a little over 200. But either way, this is where I'm starting. And I'll call out the numbers as I do. We'll check after every 5 shots, and I will show you the difference. If I take the camera off and on to point it at the cranny, it's going to be a pain in the butt. And the video is probably going to suck. But anyways, let's get started. This will be the first shot, 200 bar, and I will just keep going from there. I have a safe back, stop steel, and heavy wood. So indoor shooting I can do. I'm set up for it. I'm not worried about any incidents or accidents. Okay. Oh, there we go. First shot is 744. Ooh, that's actually low. I might be over 200. $749. You'll see a rise. 753. 762. I was definitely over 200. That was about 5. 763. Now, let's see. Bar pressure. Yeah, oh, there she is. So we're maybe 180, give or take. I don't have my glasses, so it might be a little tough for me to see. So maybe 185. $768. 774. 785. 781. I believe this is the last shot. I kind of lost count. 788. That is. Okay, so 10 shots. Last shot being 788. And I think the first shot was 744. So we're just going to pop this up here. So I'm at about 175 bar. So if I wanted the most powerful and most consistent shots, I would not use the first 25 bar off of the 200. If I just want to shoot cans and I'm not too worried about precision, 50-yard shots, whatnot, 100-yard shots, no big deal. I'm not going to be hole in hole probably, but like I said, safety and everything is working beautifully on this. Okay, so we'll do another 10 shots and I will call them out. $785. See, the plateau is leveled out a little bit. $788. $791. All right, getting a little rise. $783. I believe this is 5. Oh, 801. Okay, that was a bit of a jump. So after 5 shots, we're going to take a look, and it might be around 150. All right, I can't see, and my phone is not focusing for some reason. I am 140. No, sorry. I'm looking at it wrong. Told you I didn't have my glasses. About 160. 160, 165. So that's after 15 shots. $790. Could have been just a pellet to give that 800 number. 816. $809. $822. $818. All right, so we're trying to get to another plateau here. It kind of dipped down. Now it's going back up, and that was 10 shots. So that's why I'm sure a lot of people who got this gun probably put it over the cranny, did 10 shots. Oh, this is underrated. I'm sending it back. Well, guess what? You just weren't in your power curve. So, like I said, this thing was brand new. It didn't even look like it had a scope on it. So someone could have just thrown it over the cranny and assumed that it was bad or underpowered. Yada, yada, yada. There we go. So, after 20 shots from a 200 fill, Okay, now I am just around 140. No, I'm still not even at 150 yet. I am very close to 150. So, after 20 rounds, I am at 818 and just above 150 bar. I got another magazine, so let's try another 5 and then another 5. So the regulator idea might not be too bad of an idea. So it would be a 300 gun total after I got the regulator if it's $100 for it, which I don't have the money for it right now. So I'm gonna have to wait, and I will tinker with the hammer, and I want to see what the results from that are. If I can open the port also, let a little more air through. Okay, we're going for another 5. 814. 817. 818. 817. 819. Okay, very tight on the or very little spread, I should say. So that's a good number there. So that's got to be around 37 foot-pounds of energy, give or take. Might be 38. And that was about 5. I'm just going to check, and then I'll show you again. And I lost my darn glasses again. Okay, now I'm around 145 from the gauge on the gun. And of course I want to show the camera so everybody can see. Yeah, right around there. Okay, we're going to finish off this clip, and we'll read out the numbers until it starts dropping off, and that's where I'm going to know where my power curve is in this gun. 814. 817. 808. 813. 811. And that is the end of the clip. So if you'll bear with me, I'm going to throw another 10 in here just for the heck of it. And while I'm at it, this is new to me, and I actually had to just kind of look it up. You take this, you turn it clockwise, you see the red pieces going with it. Just so everyone else knows. Flip it around. It is spring loaded. Oh, yeah, get in focus. The pellets come out this way. So what you want to do is put skirt in first. You can just give it a little turn. Now it's held in place. So once you line this up, now you can put the pellet in head first with the skirt out. This clear plastic is always facing towards you. Put it in, turn it, and I'll continue until it is completely full. But I think the gun is on its way down now, which was still giving me what? Good 10, 12 shots. Consistent shots, powerful shots. But it wasn't up at near that 200 bar. It was way down around 170, 160. So there's really no need for me, unless I just want to throw some pellets out there to bring it all the way up to 200 bar. Unlike the Gauntlet, where it is regulated and you'll get plenty of shots, and the Gauntlet can be tuned, and I still want one. If you've watched any of my other videos, I like tuning things, especially. And this is my only second PCP air rifle, but the knowledge I have is because I did my homework and I wanted to understand what was going on, why you were doing things, and the effects. And those are the things you need to know, honestly, to get into the PCP world. You can just jump right in. It's not a big deal and learn as you go, but I am always curious and I like to know things. Okay, so that was 30 pellets beforehand, and we're going to do another 10, so that'll be 40 pellets out of this, was it 165cc tube? In 25 cal, which is pretty good. 814. Okay. 813. 802. It's definitely on its way down. Still plenty of power though. But the point is 808. I'm just going to go the whole 10. But the point is trying to keep your POI as consistent as possible, point of impact. You want that pellet to hit the same place on the crosshairs every time. 800. A powerful gun is useless without accuracy. 786 on that one. So I'm going to actually, safety on. I shouldn't have cocked that, but I did put the safety on. And if you noticed before I wasn't putting the safety on, thanks for telling me. I know. I should have been. Anyways. So, that last shot was the lowest after it started dropping down. I am at about 130. So between 130 and 100, sorry, got my funky jeweler's glasses on. 130, 165, 70, that's the sweet spot. So I don't even have to put this up to 200 bar. Actually, all the power this is making is down low. So I will show you anyway, so you have a visual, and you can always, like I do, if I'm watching YouTube, I can stop it and on my phone take a picture. Which I do often, I won't lie. And we'll finish this clip magazine off, and oops. See how easy that was? Safety. 795. 785. That board is getting hammered. It's a 4x4, and that thing is getting hit. 775. That thing is getting hammered. I'm going to have to replace 771. And that is it. 40 shots out of a 165cc tube filled to 200 bar. The power level on this gun goes from 130, sorry, I don't even know if I'm in frame, 130 to about 165, 170. Just thought you guys would be interested in knowing that. Safety on, magazine out, no pellet in the breech. So, just a little educational lesson here. Things I noticed with this rifle. It's light, it's thin, it's accurate, and it's powerful, as long as you are in the power curve. So, I'm not going to fill it up to 200 bar anymore. I'm going to stick around 180 and practice from there. And if my first 5 shots seem a little low and then pick up, then I know maybe I can drop that bar pressure down a little, or at least I know the first 5 shots aren't going to be as powerful as the other ones. But I am loving this gun. I haven't tried the single shot tray yet, which I'm really want to, because I got the poly mags and in the Hornets I want to put through. Oh, and 100 yards, it was a 5-gallon steel brake cleaning drum. A lot of the pellets were going right through it. So, at least one side. So, that tells you the energy that it was putting out. Very impressive. I am very happy with this gun. Gun is exactly what I wanted and what I want it for. If you want the gauntlet, consistent shots every time, lower energy, probably without modifications. I know the gauntlet can perform. I've seen the videos. I've seen what people can do with those. But if you want 60, 80 string shot, you just want target practice, the gauntlet is definitely the gun to get. If you have some tuning background, is also a plus. I'm also on a gauntlet site on Facebook, and I see a lot of repairs and modifications taking place. So it is what it is, and this gun is what it is. And I hope all this information helped you out. Trying to improve my videos. This probably isn't helping, but I will try to get a second camera, get some video editing hardware, and try to make a difference here. But I thank you for watching. Good shooting, and have a good night.